Hello viewers, in past video we have seen about the introduction of 3-variable K-map. Now in this video let us see some more examples of 3-variable K-map. This is Nageshwari, Assistant Professor, Department of Science and Humanities, RMK College of Engineering and Technology. Now, so let us take another example, that is f is equal to summation of 0, 1, 3 and 5. Now, so wherever you have mean terms, there you have to represent and mark it as a 1. So 0 is, make it as a 1, and here is 1, and here is 1, and here is 1. So we need to group a maximum possible group. So highest possible group first. So that is, here we can make it as a double group. That means, so this is one group and this is the possible second group and this is the possible third group. So likewise, we can make it as a 3 groups in this problem. So now let me write the expression for this group. So for first group, here the A is not changing, therefore A bar, whereas the B is not changing, C is changing, therefore B bar. So in second group, here A is not changing, whereas B is changing and C is not changing. So therefore here A is 0, therefore we can write A bar, whereas C is 1, therefore C. Similarly, in the third group, the A value is changing, whereas the BC value is not changing, but B is 0, therefore B bar, and C is 1, therefore C. So this is the expression for this example. Now let us see some more examples. Now f is equal to summation of 0, 2. That means, so here in 0 we have to mark it as a 1 and in 2 we can mark it as a 1. Now if you see, these two is a adjacent grouping, so therefore we can mark it as a group. So these two is a double grouping. So it is a adjacent grouping, so therefore we can also make this such a kind of group also. This is a double grouping one. Now here, so let us write the expression. So f is equal to, so A is not changing, therefore A bar, whereas so B is changing, whereas C is not changing, therefore C bar. So this is the expression for this problem. Now let us see some more example. That means, now f is equal to summation of 4, 6. That means, so here in 4 we have to mark it as a 1 and 6 also we have to mark it as a 1. So this is a adjacent grouping. So therefore this is and this one mark it as a single group. So the expression for this group is given by f is equal to A is 1, so therefore A, and so B is changing but C is not changing, so therefore A C bar. So this is the answer for this problem. Now another example we can see, that is f is equal to summation of 1, 3, 5, 7. That means in min term, so mark it as a 1 and next 3 you mark it as a 1 and 5 you mark it as a 1 and 7 you mark it as a 1. Now here it is called as the quad group. So therefore, in quad group, so we can make all these is a single grouping. All these is a single grouping. So therefore, the expression for this quad group is nothing but here A is changing, whereas B is also changing, whereas C is not changing. So therefore, the expression for this is nothing but C. Now, let us see some more example, that is F is equal to summation of 0, 2, 4, 6. So that means, so write the 1 in the corresponding minterms. So here is 1, and in 2 it is 1, and in 4 it is 1, and in 6 also it is 1. So therefore, it is a adjacent quad grouping. So therefore, we can mark as, so this is group and this is group. So this is called as adjacent quad grouping. So therefore, the expression for this adjacent quad grouping is given by, so A value is changing, whereas the B value is also changing, whereas the C value is not changing. Therefore, the answer for but the value for C is 0. Therefore, the answer for this is C bar. Now, let me see the another example. So, F is equal to summation of 0, 1, 2, 3. So, mark the 1 in the corresponding minterm. So, here is 1. So, here is 1. And here is 1. And here is 1. So, therefore, this is also, we can represent a quad grouping. So, this is a quad grouping. So, therefore, here the A value is not changing. So, therefore, A bar. Whereas, B and C values are changing. So, therefore, this is the answer. Now, let us say some more example. So, F is equal to summation of 0, 1, 3, 4, 5 and 7. Now, mark the value of 1 in the corresponding minterms. So, therefore, here is you make it as a 1, and here you make it as a 1, and here is you make it as a 1, and here is you make it as a 1, and here is 1, and here is 1. Now, can we make the grouping? Yes, we can make the grouping. So, we can make the quad grouping. So, that means, so this 4 is one grouping. This 4 is, we can make it as a one grouping. And so, this 4, we can make it as a another grouping. So, this 4, we can mark it as a another grouping. So, first we have to actually, the condition is, we have to start from the maximum possible group. That means, if quad group is possible, first we have to start with the quad group, then only the double group, and then single group, like that. So, therefore, here 2 quad groups are there. So, therefore, the first value, the first quad group, the answer for first quad group is nothing but A value is changing, whereas B value is not changing, C is also changing. So, therefore, B bar plus, in second grouping, A value is also changing, whereas, so, B value is also changing, but C value is not changing, that is the 1. So, therefore, C. So, this is the answer for this problem. And now, let us see the final example as F is equal to summation of 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So, that means, so now mark the 1 in the corresponding minterm. So, here is 1, 1, 2, that is 1. So, 1, 1 and 1. Now, here also we can represent the quad groups. That means, so this adjacent quad group and this adjacent quad group, make it as a one group, And now the next quad group is, we can make these 4 is another quad group. So as I mentioned already, first we need to see the highest possible group and then only the corresponding lowest one. So here we can make the 2 quad groups. So 2 quad groups is possible. So therefore we have to make it as like this. So therefore, so the answer for the first quad group is nothing but f is equal to, so 0, 1, that means a value is changing, whereas so here the b value, and if you see these here, the 0, 0 and 1, 0, b value is changing, whereas c value is not changing, so therefore this is c bar. And in the second quad group, so a value is changing, whereas b value is not changing and c is changing, so therefore this is b bar. So these are all the possible examples of a 3 variable K map. Thank you.